Palia's open beta is releasing today, and over the past week and change, a number of content creators, Palia Partners, and some random PNG man in a pink letterman jacket have made plenty of videos on it. Within this community, there seems to have been a line that's been drawn in the sand, with a ton of positive videos and opinions on one side, and some critical or negative videos and opinions on the other. For lack of a better phrase, the heroes and villains of the creator space, because everything's black and white. There's never gray. Today, my hope as one of those villains is to cross the line, bridge the gap, if you will. But first, we need to take a step back. We need to get away from the promises, the speculation, the hype from the game, and just look at what's actually there. I've seen a ton of content talking about Palia, and here's a few examples of a few reviews and impressions that come to mind. Some of these are quite popular, and some are not, but all of them are both valuable and have likely influenced me in making this video. A link to all of them is in the description below. Throwing those out now, it's time for me to step out from my shadowy lair of mockery and scorn and tell you some of the good things about the game, because believe it or not, they do exist. Also, I need to learn to make better intros. That one was way too long. The first thing I want to mention is the friendship and gifting system. There are 23 characters in the game that you can meet and get to know, and you can increase your relationships with these villagers as you play the game. This is done especially well with the weekly gift system, which sees you try to find the best gifts for each of the villagers by actually talking to them or their friends and figuring out what they want. And the best part of this system? You can work together with other players in order to figure these ones out, whether they're your friends or random people you run into. That's right, the weekly ones are the same for everyone in the game. And this is what I think makes this system so good, is it means that you're free to figure them out for yourself, work together with your friends or your community or guild or whatever, or even just look them up online. How you approach this is entirely up to you. Okay, next up we have fishing, one of the skills that I think works the best in the game. It's a fun system that combines the Animal Crossing catching systems with a remixed version of Stardew Valley's fishing minigame. I guess I should explain that second part. Stardew Valley's vertical bar is now horizontal, and you still need to keep the fish within the green, which is a bit easier now that you have mouse movement rather than a single button. And the timer for actually catching the fish is now based on how much you reel in instead of just how fast a bar fills. It's overall a fairly simple game that works quite well with the cozy atmosphere. The only real challenges will be that some of the fish move faster or jump from the water, and if they do that, you need to stop reeling for a second. And there's a couple of visual things. I recommend looking at your bobber and not the fish itself. Sure, I wish the system was more difficult, and I haven't actually found any need to upgrade the fishing rod due to the bait defining what you catch and the fishing rod just giving you more fishing health. But the actual system within the game is fun enough, and it's really easy to lose track of time doing it. And here's where I want to try something new, and I need to admit to something real quick, and this is a bit of an apology to someone who reached out to me a few months ago. So all the way back in June, forever ago, I know, a small indie team emailed me letting me know about their new project, Artisan Story, which appears to be a 2.5D ranching/farming sim game. Yes, I actually said slash. I say that because while farming may be in the game, the main focus is on the animal raising and the storytelling, and that's the big thing in the game. There's going to be a link to their YouTube trailer in the description, and before you ask, no, I still haven't responded to their email. Also, I usually would wait longer to gain more info about a game before releasing or making a video about it, but I wanted to try this whole thing of talking about a future game that I want to cover in a video and see if that helps, because my Critter Crops video from 2 years ago still hasn't crossed 100 views. Okay, off of that, what else do I enjoy? Off the top of my head, I find the general atmosphere of the game to be very enjoyable. And by that, I don't mean just what the developers have built up. That's quite nice. I mean, it's how the players in the game act. I'll admit I was quite skeptical, and I still am skeptical. We're still in closed beta when I'm talking about this, but everybody's been very, very nice, and nothing bad has appeared in chat or really anywhere to my knowledge. Now, normally the chat is pretty quiet, but if you can actually get people to talk, they are both very helpful and fun to hang out with. That said, getting people to talk can be a real struggle in the game, so good luck. It's these experiences of people being helpful and hanging out have been a little sparse just because everybody seems to want to go their own way. I'm hoping the game keeps this friendly atmosphere as it continues to grow, but I'm also hoping that people get a little bit more social in it as well. And my last big positive note on the game, I just find the game generally addictive. I want to progress. I want to expand my house. I want to play it. And maybe you will too. I don't know. But with all that said, if we return our focus back to all those expectations, the promises, the controversies real quick, we get a bit more of the full picture. And this is where you need to make a decision, because I can't make it for you. There are countless videos about the good things in the game, and there are many opinions and even a few videos on the negatives. It's not my place to tell you that the game is perfect and that everyone will enjoy it. Anyone doing that is either lying to themselves or to you. You can try the game for free. You can watch other people play it on Twitch or on YouTube. You can decide if the game's not for you at all, if it's close but needs a little bit of work, or if you think it's great as it is. Your thoughts aren't mine to create or police. The game is free. And you can completely ignore the cash shop and just try it out for yourself if you want. With that said, time is our greatest resource. So there's also no shame in not trying it out, not spending time on a game that you don't think you would enjoy. That's entirely up to you. And there's nothing wrong with that. And with that, I would like to say thank you for watching.